So Casanet is Diddy. She insisted on eating in her.
You are not in control of your life. Here's why.
On Epstein Island sits a strange temple-like structure.
Jay-Z can almost sniff a wire on one of the people that were in the circle. Do you guys think that this is normal behavior amongst the group of people, or is Jay-Z low-key scouting the entire time? Because it looks like his ring could almost be a camera as well.
Oh my God, 100% he is scouting the entire venue. He is getting the evidence he's gathering, just like 50 Cent. Hey, did anyone else watch the documentary? I still haven't. I kind of now want to do a live reaction. Welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, how's it going? Hey, the documentary was released and that's all the videos are now. The entire algorithm is just all the things. And I'm like, are they going to put Diddler back in jail? I'm sorry, he's already in jail, but like, are they going to extend the time? Like, now we have the evidence. Like, was this evidence presented in? Never mind. 10 years? I'm sorry. More creepy, weird, strange For You page content. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Yeah.
We have got a brand new Mandela effect. In fact, two from one of the biggest movies of all time. I'm going to assume that everybody watching has seen Forrest Gump with our beloved Tom Hanks. There are two Mandela effects here. Save this video because you might not make it past number one. What is the number one quote from this movie? And if you think you know where we're going with this, you're going to be wrong. In the scene where he's sitting on this bench with his suitcase and the box of chocolates, what is the quote from this scene? Life is like a box of chocolates. That is not what he said. Which brings us to Mandela effect number two. And share this video with any friends that like Forrest Gump because this next one is actually mind-blowing. So in this scene here with the Black Panthers, where Jenny introduces Forrest to her boyfriend Wesley, and Forrest witnesses Wesley hitting Jenny, what does Forrest Gump say to the Black Panthers after he gets done beating the crap out of Wesley? This is where I need you to start commenting the way you remember it, because I just watched it, and 99% of you are going to comment, sorry, I ruined your Black Panther party. And that's not how it is in the movie now. It's sorry I had a fight in the middle of your Black Panther party. Go over to YouTube and look it up. How do you remember it?
So Casanet is Diddy's son. Because at this point, that's what everybody is saying. Every chance they get. So they had the Streamer Awards tonight, and the person who was hosting it decided it would be funny to say that Kai was on a 50 Cent documentary about P. Diddy. This broad really said, that was you on the show, right? And not only that, she tried to play with his Streamer University too, saying it was the most uneducated university ever. Look at this shit.
Haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. And also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
So on the biggest stage, she decided to make those comments, knowing everybody is watching it and knowing how everybody feel about the Kai and Diddy shit. He better than me because I would have been like, "Hope, let me see that mic real quick." I'd have definitely told her about herself, and I don't even know who Shorty is. But he ain't tripping too much because you see he racked up his awards. But I don't know, y'all. At this point, this man might as well go get a DNA test. Or show your real
men be consuming that?
Absolutely. In fact, in the tantrics, we call it kalas, K-A-L-A-S. And we consider that like a supernatural liquid. Like there's power in it. There's magic. There's a company, I don't know if they're still around. They used to make these bowls that when a woman was, you would just put the bowl there, like have it by the bed. Cause like I knew I was going to start, right? So a trained tantric woman will know. Will know, like, hey, it's happening. And so then you just put the bowl there and then you drink it, or a guy can just put his head down there or whatever, because they believe, and I believe this too, that there's a supernatural power that's in that fluid. It isn't, they've done a lot of studies. They say it does come from the rat, but it is different. And I've tasted it myself and I drink my every morning. So I think I know the difference. It tastes like sweet. It's clear where it's not clear.
Well, all right then. I guess we learned something new. Hey, if you're gonna drink anything, make sure you're drinking. Never mind. Okay. Why is every video getting crazier and crazier? 100%. I watched those Streamer Awards. I watched like the entire debacle, and I'm not even sure what to say because I feel like, hey, are these streamers really earning these things? Or are they paying for it somehow later? You know? Yeah, 50 Cent documentary would be real wild. I don't know if they look similar, but it'd be something. I 100% remember the Forrest Gump quote being, life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get. But the Black Panther thing, I have no idea. What? What? I don't even recall that. All I remember is the box of chocolates thing. Yeah, is it not the box of chocolates thing? What is it in this new timeline?
Of course, when Queen Victoria came, she insisted on eating in her own dining room. They had to kind of serve her separate food away from these kind of upstart nouveau riche Rothschilds. But she did come. She didn't want to be seen too close to them. So she sat apart. And of course, when, they'd done a lot for the Queen and country. They'd, for example, financed the Suez Canal. And when it was suggested that maybe a Rothschild should be ennobled, Queen Victoria wrote, said she would not consent to a Jew becoming a peer. Anyway.
I don't know if any of you are aware of the metal plate that was found in the Great Pyramid. Howard Weiss, who is an Egyptologist in the 1800s, he was Egyptologists that like to use dynamite to excavate the pyramids. So his team is the one that found the first cartouche that had Khufu's name on it in the Great Pyramid. And this is oftentimes, rejected by the alternate history community as a hoax. His team also found a metal plate that was said to be wedged between two courses of masonry that was exposed through one of these dynamite blasts. This is an iron plate. Well, pyramids were said to have been built in the Bronze Age. So how's this iron plate get there? So immediately, the thinking is, we'll test it. It's probably meteoric iron. Well, they tested it in the 30s, and it don't have no nickel in it, and which meteoric iron's very heavy in nickel. So they quickly ruled that out. And now they're certain it is smelted iron. So just like the alternate historians are like, I think that Weiss's team lied about that cartouche. Now the archaeologists are like, yeah, I think Weiss's team lied about that metal plate. I did looking into it, and my mundane conclusion was, there's people that were making iron. We know for a fact the oldest iron in the world was made about 800 miles from Egypt over in Turkey, or about 1,800 miles, excuse me. And the Egyptians worshipped iron, or used it as part of their funerary thing. It was the heavenly metal, as they called it. If you're an academic, why would you address that metal plate? You want to get yelled at by your colleagues? You want to be the guy that gets ostracized? So just ignore the metal plate. We'll just call it a hoax.
You are not in control of your life. Here's why. Watch this.
I told you that there was a company called Palantir, and their entire existence was to hear your whispers so they could predict what you would do next. Now, what if I told you it was backed by the founder of PayPal and the CIA? What if I told you Palantir was quietly connected to your bank statements, social media, medical records, and a lot more? Then what if I told you their entire purpose was to understand and blueprint your life so they could predict exactly what you do next? If you want to know what that's called, it's called behavior surveillance. Like that grocery receipt from the time you went to the store at 11 p.m. We can't forget about that sudden change in your jogging pattern outside. They won't. Or your 3 a.m. Google search. You see, Palantir sends your personality anomalies directly to the government because you unknowingly gave them that right in the terms and agreements that you didn't read. Palantir isn't just surveillance, it's predictive governance. Control the data, control the decisions. Well, at that point, you can basically control anyone without them knowing that you're doing so.
This is just another step for the corporations, the governments to have complete control over everything we do. As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
I feel like they had control the entire time, and you already know, like, the surveillance was there even prior to Palantir. It's like, hey, which government entity is spying on us? All of them. I mean, is there even privacy anymore? They already know where you are, what you're doing, and if you change it up, they already know. Oh boy, what are you gonna do now? Nothing. Just live your life. Be the truest goon that you can. Had no idea about that metal plate in the pyramids. Like, definitely gives me more like, hey, this was a battery of sorts or like an energy thing. But hey, if they say it's a hoax, I guess we can't look into it. Is the metal plate still exist? Can we like somehow recreate where they found the plate and turn the pyramids back on? That's all I'm trying to do, all right? Queen Victoria 100% knew the things. She was blessing her food. She was probably charging up her food too, probably eating off those quartz plates and stuff. Hey, talking about charging things up. How you doing? Thank you for charging up my algorithm by clicking on this video. We're trying to wake up them other goons. We need you to do the things. This is your reminder. Thank you. Love you.
Convinced that this man has telekinetic powers that he's using. I think we all have them. We just have to tap into them. But apparently this person like rung the guy up, the person that works at the store, handed him his receipt. And the old man was like, do you want to see the receipt trick? And he was like, sure. And this is what happened. What?
I'm ready.
You want to see that, P? Look at this, P.
Yo. How is he doing this?
So here we go again. Some shit that don't burn. A motherfucking Oreo, dog. Who would have thought? Shouldn't be eating this shit anyway. Oreos are real bad for your motherfucking health, dog. But the fact this motherfucker don't burn is crazy work. I didn't know that. Man. And our stomach acid supposedly break this shit down, but the fire won't. That's different. Torching the fuck out that Oreo and that motherfucker won't burn. Ain't that a bitch? But everybody be yumming on these motherfuckers, dipping them in milk. Ooh, Oreo. Milk and cookies. That cookie ain't motherfucking burning, dog. Look how long it's torching. The wood is burning on fire, but the Oreo just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna turn red a little bit. Look, that motherfucker should be gone. But look at this motherfucking Budweiser can, dog. It's burning the fuck out the aluminum, right? Burning the fuck out the aluminum. About to put a hole in that motherfucker. The torch can do that to that motherfucking can, but when you put this motherfucker on the Oreo, nope. Why ain't no hole burning into this motherfucking Oreo, dog? It looked like the motherfucker just absorbing the fire. On some Human Torch type shit. Fantastic Four. What the fuck's going on with this superhero Oreo? I don't want it. I don't want the Oreo. You can keep the motherfucking Oreo. You can keep all this shit. I'm sick of you motherfuckers selling us poison. I'm tired of this shit. And you motherfuckers need to be tired of it too, dog. That's a big fact. Peace.
Oh, there's this theory that there were already black people here in America.
Of course there was. You think there's millions of people who got on a rickety ass boat all the way?
Oh, no.
There's no way they shipped off all those people. We were already here. Because you know America is really like Egypt, like the Holy Land. I hope you guys know that, right?
No. Explain that.
You guys don't know this?
No.
Why is there a Memphis, Tennessee here? Why is there an Egypt in Tennessee? Like if you look at, like, start to really put the pieces together. There's a Memphis in Africa and in Egypt, but also there's an Egypt, Tennessee.
I've heard that the Mississippi River is really the Nile River.
That's what it is. There's pyramids all around the United States. So even in East St. Louis.
Okay, there's pyramids in the United States.
Yes.
Where?
East St. Louis, Illinois. Look up Monk Mounds by the Chokia Society.
So they named it something different.
Well, there's not just one particular kind. Monk Mounds, there's pyramids.
Where else are there pyramids?
You don't think that there's anything in the Grand Canyon at all, even though the government owns it?
I heard they don't want you to go down.
Of course.
Definitely.
Most of the Grand Canyon, just like a majority of Nevada, 80% of it is owned by the government. Why do you think that is? There's structures in the canyon that look similar to Egyptian monoliths and whatnot. They discovered pyramids of Giza. There's almost 2-mile-long structures under them, oils wrapped around them. These pyramids change history at this point, what they discovered. So I think they are hydroelectric only because they're near bodies of water. Here in America, you have what? Mississippi River, St. Louis, Monk Mounds are. Oh, they're not too far. You think that they didn't have this technology or this type of structures only in Egypt and they have it here? These are hydroelectric structures. They were in a very advanced civilization. This is why I do deep dives into this stuff, because I know nothing about Africa. I'm not African.
Right.
I am American and I am native to this land. Like, look at I don't look African. Like, you can tell an African.
Absolutely can tell. 100%.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, those are different people. Like, yeah, like how far do we have to go back? Because eventually, yeah, everybody's from Africa.
Right.
That's where humanity started. But I was born here. My parents are born here. My grandparents are born here. And their parents are born here. And their parents are born here. And how long do I have to go back until I'm African?
Yeah. Cool. I can kind of understand because I'm like, hey, Egypt was a sect, and they, that was like the main city at one point that everyone reported into, but they had different offshoots everywhere else. And hey, one of those offshoots could have been right in America, and that's why there's so many pyramid things that they don't want us to look at. Hey, it makes sense to me, but I'm the only one spiraling here, right? Okay, the Oreos aren't burning. Should I be worried? Nah, people still gonna eat the Oreos. It's just like the Doritos. Even if they burn, even if they don't burn, they still gonna be eaten. Hey, they ain't making it for the average Joe. They're trying to make it for like the people that are trying to come off the hard stuff, right? That's why it does the same brain receptors as like the people that are on the hard. Sorry, spiraling. No idea how he did the receipt trick. Please tell me that's like some type of magic that people already do and know, and there's like wires involved, and it's not like actual, like he's somehow bending the fourth dimension to like. Sorry, spiraling. I feel like he's got the airbending powers.
We're trying to hide it anymore, people. Listen very carefully as Simon tells us what his favourite food is.
3 foods I love. Number 1, Pizza Land, Pizza Margarita. Now, Pizza Land doesn't exist anymore. If anyone can find me the recipe of the actual Pizza Land pizza, I'll pay you $1,000. I really will. And we'll go into partnership and recreate Pizza Land together.
And if you know exactly what Simon's talking about in this video, come and join us for the Red Pill Gathering.
On Epstein Island sits a strange temple-like structure, a building many believe may have been designed for ritual practices associated with Moloch. Among all the deities and symbols tied to ancient dark rituals, Moloch stands out as one of the most disturbing. It's important for people to understand this because these are the kinds of things that unfold behind closed doors, far beyond the distractions of celebrity publicity stunts. In this context, Moloch is often described as a figure linked to child sacrifice, and this symbolism is central to many of the theories surrounding the island. According to these accounts, influential individuals were flown in, gathered privately inside the temple, and participated in rituals said to echo that ancient mythology. These theories even connect the story back to rituals like the red heifer, noting that Moloch, often depicted as a bull or calf, appears throughout ancient texts. In this view, the imagery surrounding Moloch mirrors the same symbolism found in various ritual traditions across history. Supporters point to passages like Leviticus 18:21, where the Bible warns against offering children to Moloch, as a reminder of how far back this association goes. They argue that these ancient warnings existed because such practices were known, giving the bull-like symbolism a long, unsettling legacy. And within this framework, the Epstein files take on a different meaning. Every thread, every pattern, every reference is said to loop back to that same iconography, the temple, the rituals, and the figure of Moloch. As more documents are released, theorists believe the deeper connections will become harder to dismiss.
This guy built and sold a company for $2 billion all before his 21st birthday. And now his next creation is something straight out of a Black Mirror episode. This is Palmer Luckey, and he's the man responsible for single-handedly bringing virtual reality back from the dead. It all starts in 2006 when Palmer's just 14 years old. He was homeschooled and spent his teens building a personal electronics lab in his garage. He was obsessed with 90s VR headsets that were basically failed experiments that every gaming company had abandoned. But instead of writing them off, Palmer was reading optical design papers and patents for fun, trying to figure out why they failed and how to fix them. He started building his own prototypes, posting his progress to tiny VR forums online. By 2012, when he was just 19 years old, he had a working headset, a duct tape prototype called Oculus Rift. He launched it on Kickstarter asking for $250,000 and raised $2.4 million. That's when John Carmack, the creator of Doom, said this was the best VR headset he had ever tried. A year later, Mark Zuckerberg came calling, and Facebook bought Oculus for $2 billion, turning a teenager's garage project into one of the biggest tech acquisitions ever. But here's where the story flips. After Palmer left Facebook, he didn't just stay in gaming. He built a defense tech company called Anduril Industries. Instead of virtual worlds, he started building real-world systems for war, AI surveillance towers, autonomous drones, and border defense systems for the US government. And he was just on the Joe Rogan Experience showing off his latest invention, a mixed reality headset that overlays digital data onto a real battlefield called Eagle Eye. It can identify enemies, track movement, show friendly positions, and even stream drone feeds, basically turning a soldier's vision into a live HUD straight out of a video game. And while his intentions seem good, it's also eerily close to a Black Mirror episode, specifically Season 3, Episode 5 called Man Against Fire, where soldiers wear augmented reality implants that alter what they see, making their enemies look like monsters so they can without any hesitation. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but it doesn't seem too far off. What made the Rogan interview so interesting is that Palmer doesn't seem like a villain or some detached CEO. And whether you see his inventions as inspiring or unsettling, Palmer Luckey might be one of the most important inventors of our lifetime.
Nah, just give it some time. His main villain arc hasn't kicked in. Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, literally going from Oculus to Department of Defense type things. Oh, dude, what? You're like the Lex Luthor or like the Iron Man of our times, potentially. I thought it was Elon, but no, it was secretly you the entire time. Young and still got many more things to do, I guess. But I'm also in a timeline where like they can replace all the people that are in the services with robots and stuff. So like, I mean, the people can say no, but the robot ain't gonna say no. Sorry. There was a lot to unpack when it came to the files and what that anonymous character dropped on us. But I will tell you, I had no idea about the Pizza Land. The Pizza Land that Simon was talking about. I'm just like, is he talking about an actual place or is he referring to something that he's not allowed to partake in? And now I'm like, is he on that files thing that the anonymous guy was talking about? But I'm like, yo, bro, something else is going on here.
They caught fallen angels on live TV. This is going to blow your mind, and we're going to go down rabbit holes you did not even know existed. So this kid and his dad were watching TV, and they're watching right after a missile was shot, I believe around one of the Middle Eastern places we can't speak of, and he said he saw a demon or an angel flying right at the same time, or like right after it happened. I'm going to show you that, then I'm going to slow it down, then we're going to go from there.
Okay, me and my dad were just sitting there watching Fox News, and I think we just accidentally seen Fox News just showed either angels or demons coming in after a missile.
Specifically fallen angels, but continue. And this was it. But we're going to slow it way the heck down. Now we're going to watch it slowed down and enhanced. So you can see it's flapping its wings going that way. Let me get out the way. And down at the bottom right, you're going to see it again very clearly flapping its wings like a man. Man-angel. Now, what if I told you that this has been caught before, but many times, and even further, a magazine cover predicted it? This, my friend, is a video of Mothman from, like, Fox or some kind of news. Quite literally a man with wings. You can watch the full video. Very known piece of film. How do I know he's a fallen angel? He has a day of worship once a year, Mothman Day. And he shows up at the signs of natural disasters. Let's get to that magazine I was telling you guys about. He said the demon or the angel, which is the fallen angel, was seen with a missile. You see it yet? That's right, here they are. Pause this and look at the names on the head. Yo, I'll be darned. This right here is insane. Let me know what you think down in the comments.
Okay, this post started going viral yesterday because this guy went on a podcast. He's ex-CIA. And what he said shocked people because I never knew this. This is the first day I found this out. He says the agency can remotely hijack your TV. Well, I already figured that. Smart TVs, of course. However, I didn't know this part. They can turn the speaker into a microphone and listen to everything you say, even when the TV is off. And then it dawned on me, is this part of the reason why they make the last 20 years worth of appliances have all been shit? They break down all the time. And the new ones you have to buy, upgraded, have speakers. They have Wi-Fi enableability. Well, it turns out, yes, indeed, speakers can function as microphones because they share the same core principle, converting electrical signals to physical vibrations, which is a speaker, or vice versa, a microphone, using a diaphragm and voice coil. So you can wire a speaker to an input jack to capture sound. So this is what you can do in your freaking garage, but they can do on demand at the flick of a switch. Speakers are microphones. They can be used as microphones. So that means all of these appliances are already listening to what we say now, not to mention, of course, our phones. But the question is, with all this technology to be able to monitor and surveil the populace, have they caught, like, plots Like, I'm talking terror plots. Like, we have all these horrible things going on. They never seem to catch them until after the fact. And then after the fact of some horrible tragedy happening, they increase laws and regulations on the populace, but never really catch and stop the thing before it happens, it seems. So, is this about preventing bad things from happening, or is this a massive breach of privacy and part of an enslavement plan against humanity to monitor, surveil, and track and trace and control everything we do? And is this going to be used with artificial intelligence to really take that trillions of freaking little data points and make it into something usable that they can sift through? Is this going to be linked to a social credit score? You say bad things, your points drop. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Son of a bitch. Did you know that black means white and white means black? Black once meant pale or colorless, as the Old English word black originally referred to a fair person or something devoid of color. An Old English black person was considered fair or white. This Old English black is related to the words in other languages that still mean white. So let me see if I got this straight. He's really black and I'm really white. But they've got me thinking that I'm black. They stole everything. They stole everything. So to all those people who said it's not about color, if it's not about color, why did you change the meaning of the word black? So white people are really called black people, and black people are really called white people. You guys stole everything. You even stole my skin color's description.
Man, there are fights and battles to have. I feel like this isn't one of them. Hey, the words are spells and they keep changing the definitions of those words, but it don't mean the spells do anything different. Hey, he's got to also look at morning. Hey, is it good morning or is it good morning? What are they morning? Sorry. Okay, yeah, this guy's onto something. Maybe. We know all the spells and the descriptions change, so we'll see. As far as the smart speakers, 100%. I knew the smart devices were always listening. You didn't need to show me the microphone. I knew it was listening the entire time. Remember about that surveillance? There's no privacy. You get out of here. Of course they're gonna find all the plots, and they only tell you the things that, hey, these just happened. We didn't catch it. Hey, didn't you catch it? Or did you want us to believe you didn't catch it and you intended for this to happen the entire time because you're all part of the entire... Sorry, Spiraling. Oh boy. Yeah, as far as those fallen angels that Moon Henry saw, maybe. I was like, bird, it seemed foggy out there, but hey, maybe. Yeah, you don't know. And then he said Mothman, and I'm like, actually, Mothman real strong. I'm like, Mothman, it could be. We've seen him in different sightings before. Big fan of Mothman. Hey, we're gonna do 3 more.
Age of Aquarius is not gonna be good for humans.
People are getting weird.
Indeed.
Is this the age of Aquarius? Carl Jung actually said the age of Aquarius would be a time of moral collapse. A time that reminded him of those dark centuries where the culture of antiquity was slowly falling into decay. And when the confusion around morals is at its height, a new revelation will dawn for humankind. He said it will no longer be possible to ignore or write off evil. Though this is the age of distortion and confusion and moral loss, as Jung taught us, this will all lead to something. This isn't happening at random. This is by design, designed through interstellar forces we cannot fully comprehend, and this will lead to revelation. Perhaps the revelation is that humans have incredibly dark, sick parts of themselves, buried underneath their psyches, and in the past we hid these parts from each other, pretending to be the good husband or the good wife, the good politician or the good celebrity. But now the fragmented pieces of everyone's subconscious are coming out and they can't even help it. Now we get to see evil. And can you really understand good without understanding evil? So maybe we're here to understand evil. That's our revelation. And the degree to which we understand evil is the degree to which we can free ourselves to one day being good. This is complex though, and I could be wrong. What do you think?
What's the most mind-blowing thing? Right now, cards on the table. What's the most mind-blowing thing you could tell me that's true?
In 1 centimeter slice of your lower colon lives and works more microbes than the total number of humans who have ever been born. Which means to them, all you are is a darkened vessel of anaerobic fecal matter. Yet we tell ourselves that we're in charge. If you upset those microbes, they're in charge. because you know your distance to the nearest toilet when that happens.
I've eaten a lot of airport Cobb salads.
So this is a cosmic perspective of a biological sense, where you want to think you're important and you're not as important as you want to believe you are. However, the ingredients of life itself, the hydrogen, the oxygen, the carbon, the nitrogen, they're forged in the Big Bang and in stars themselves. The fact that we are carrying the elements, we are not just figuratively, but literally stardust. And it's not simply that we are alive in this universe. The universe is alive within us. That's the most mind-blowing fact I know.
I thought you were going to talk about corn again.
I am 100% like, I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, how? Like, who's operating them? Like, how are they all not, like, leaking this out to everybody and being like, hey, this is actually what's happening. We're projecting the things the entire time. None of this is... Sorry. I'm still spiraling after I learned on the live stream recently that, hey, in order for there to be fire, there needs to be oxygen. And then they tell me there's a sun that's a fiery... Sorry, but then they told me that space has no... Never mind, I'm still spiraling. Okay, so yes, I was very confused with the lady that's like, hey, all these things are happening, and we're entering like the Aquarius. 100% we could be. I have no idea if anything's going to change, but like... are the aliens now going to appear or something? Like, what are you trying to insinuate? You want to know the solution, basically. Yeah, thanks for pointing it out. Neil, we're containers. You don't need to tell us about our biomes. You're going to make us spiral. We're containers. Bob Lazar said it best. You adapt what he said. Oh, boy, this guy tried to tell me about, like, my gut and stuff. Of course I know where the closest bathroom is. That's always the main thing in my... Sorry. Always got to know where the bathroom is just in case. Hey, I have Crohn's. You stop it. I'm going to be stuck here spiraling. Hopefully, you're going to be watching more Teddy videos because, listen, there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue that goon fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Triple G's. Wake up, wake up, wake up.